So I saw this video today, and this guy, I think is a security guard. I'm not sure how to say his name. I think it's like Bull Cool or something like that. And they're in Australia. And it's really sad because it proves something to millions of people all over the world. This video is on Instagram, it's on X, it's on YouTube, it's on TikTok. And it's basically this media group called, I think, SBS Audio. And they do like interviews and stuff of special events in Australia. And so they're interviewing this guy. I don't even know what they're interviewing him for, but they can't even get to the interview because some person who's a bystander that they don't even know begins to racially abuse him, to say like, oh, they're taking our jobs, and then like swearing at him, cussing at him. And they're like, okay, I think we need to go now. We need to get up and relocate to somewhere else to do the interview. And they both agree and they get up and leave. It's literally like a 30-second video, but it's all over social media today. And it's just so sad. And I'm really glad that they put out this video because people need to understand what it's like when you are a person of color in Australia. And I don't mean everybody in Australia is like this, but there are a few people who are like this, who will just, they're so angry and upset with their own pathetic lives that they racially abuse strangers, just strangers that they have no contact with or anything. And it's just so like shocking because like Australia is a special case. It's not like how the rest of the Americas were colonized, right? It's similar, but it's not. Remember, Australia, well, when I was a kid, I was always told to not go to Australia. I had friends who went to Australia. 2 of my sisters went to Australia. Everybody loved it, blah, blah, blah. There's really great people in Australia, great personalities in Australia. You hear stories about Australia. The only reason why I would ever go to Australia in this day and age is to go visit an Aboriginal community. That's the only reason. Because I've been warned by so many people that there is so much racial aggression in Australia. And so that's the only reason why I'd ever go there. And I know it sounds really upsetting and really sad, but it's the truth. This guy is a stranger and he's being racially abused just for being there, just for sitting there, not saying anything to anybody, you know, and somebody walking by is racially abusing him. And so if you know the history of Australia as well, you'll understand that that is a very racist place. First, the people who are indigenous to Australia are Indians, right? Like Aboriginal people. Those are the people who are from Australia. White people were sent to Australia, you can Google this, from England as indentured servants and prisoners. They were literally put on boats and sent to Australia as prisoners. And so they are not the natural people of that land. And throughout colonization, they captured Aboriginal people and put them in camps, stole their children, and had like breeding programs to breed the blackness out of Australians, out of Aboriginal Australians. They like took the children and put them in families with white families. Like, I would suggest you read the book or watch the movie Rabbit Proof Fence about these girls that had to walk like 1,500 miles, I think it is, to get back to their community after they were stolen. I think they're called the Stolen Children or Stolen Generation or something like that. So there is a serious, actual documented history of systemic racism in Australia. So it was not that surprising to see something like this happen on TV, but it was just still upsetting all the way around. I'm not saying everybody in Australia is a racist, but I feel like we need to see stuff like this in order to understand what's still happening to those people. What do you think?